I cannot stand this phone. I'm sorry, I'm using a backup phone from 2018, and this is old Pixel, and this is before Google knew how to make phones. I don't know. I still haven't had the chance to use Pixels. Um, it's okay. The Pixel kind of, as far as hardware goes, it's on par with the Samsungs, and right now we're only really considering Pixel versus Samsung and OnePlus. These are like the only three companies that matter in Android. We're not talking about the other garbage Androids out there. But no, this is the old Pixel 4a, and I still do not believe it. I mean, I love Google, okay? Everyone that knows me knows I'm a Google simp. But the point is that if I'm being objective, if I'm trying to analyze the phones objectively, and I try to do that as much as I can, the Pixel still is not a contender against, the Pixel is not a contender against, the S21 Ultra, well, the S20 something Ultra series, right? My S21, it needs battery replaced, and I've been going through some stuff that I haven't been able to get that fixed, right? Or fix it myself. I had the stuff to fix it. I just haven't gotten around to fixing it. But the phone is kind of trash. Like the specs are okay. The specs are okay, but the phone's trash. compared to Samsung. At least I'm just saying that because I'm a YouTuber, take photos and whatnot, YouTube channel, photography, and the Pixel's camera is just nowhere near to the Ultra. Everyone says, "Oh, this phone has the best camera. That phone has the best camera." Excuse me, shut the fuck up. Your camera doesn't even have a manual mode. Like, people think that they know what a good camera looks like, and they couldn't even tell me the difference between an f-stop and a shutter speed. And I'm like, you can't tell me that you're qualified to compare cameras. And it's like, no, the iPhone camera is garbage. This phone has a better camera than the iPhone. It's Apple people being fucking delusional is one thing. We're just talking about real phones and phones that are actually worth comparing to each other. The iPhones are back of the line garbage. You would have to go like several Androids down before you even have a contender of the iPhone. But anyways, so the iPhone, I mean the S21 Ultra, my S21 Ultra is pretty good. Right now this phone is from 2018, right? But I've played around with the Pixels, and don't get me wrong, Material U is great. I like Material U. I like the UI of it, but it's a very, very, very layperson phone. It's for the layman. It's for people that don't know anything about technology, right? These phones are not for people like me who are real hardcore developers, right? I'm sure that if you went into the Google Pixel and started using it as an Android developer, right, you'd find way more settings for it specifically for developers, right, than Samsung, because Google owns Android, and that's besides the point, right? But I cannot stand the fact that the Pixel is supposedly supposed to have one of the best cameras on the market and can't have a manual mode. It just makes it completely useless to me, because I need a manual mode because I'm a photographer. But the point is that everyone keeps saying that the cameras are the best cameras, and it's just objectively false because it doesn't even have a manual mode. That's not what a camera is about. Any presumed perceptual bias is just that. It's bias. But when you're looking at the actual features of the phone and the quality of the gamut and stuff, the first thing you need to check is what kind of other features are there. The tiny pixel perceptual differences, that has to do with the camera's gamut. That's a personal taste thing. I mean, that's from screen to monitor, and you can actually go online and check that out, right? The actual gamut triangle that's on for each phone, right? and there's just no camera, no phone that comes even close to understanding the perceptual differences between the Samsung and the Pixel and OnePlus and stuff. And iPhones don't even come. They're not even on the table at this point. But yeah, I do not like the Pixels. Just because of their phone, despite it being Google. Everything else about the Pixel is great. It's just the camera, the lack of a manual mode, does not sell me on it. And until Google's cameras can compete against Samsung phones, I just cannot say that they're better. I cannot be a Pixel fan because it's just not good compared to the Samsung Ultra phones. But yeah.